your boy Jackie Dumpson, check it out, because these record labels go through cycles, man. You get a hot label where somebody sees somebody else succeeding, so you want to go there. Everybody kind of follows each other. Now, if you don't know, Ricky Rose, he inked a deal today with Epic Records for, of course, a bucket of Wingstop chicken and, of course, half a dozen purrs, all right? Now, I'm playing around with that, but still, he probably signed a very lucrative deal if you don't know. He signed a deal with Epic Records, so he's leaving Def Jam. He's on to Epic Records. Now, if you don't know, a lot of people are looking at Epic Records. They have a good reputation, other than the Bobby Shmurda stuff, and obviously, Bobby Shmurda was a hot nigga, okay? There's not much you could do for him. But other than Bobby Shmurda, they have a good reputation. Think about Future, who was rocking with Epic Records. They allowed him to do whatever he kind of wanted, and they worked with him and kind of helped him have a very successful year. So a lot of people are looking at Future, how they allowed him to grind and drop free tapes, and of course worked in coordination with them when it came to promoting an album, and he actually dropped 2 albums, all right? Now, Diddy even brought over everybody from Bad Boy Records, which is probably like a bunch of fucking dust and fossils. And I think MGK, he brought I think French Montana, he brought his label, right, basically over to Epic Records in his solo career. And then if you think about Travis Scott, they're over there too. So they're the hot label. Now, meanwhile, we have people bitching at Def Jam Records, right? Def Jam right now is like cold. People are not fucking with them. Now, most of these artists, they usually don't take responsibility. They point at their label, and the label is the person that takes all the blame, right? B.O.B.'s blaming the label. Somebody else, I think even Jeremiah's blaming Def Jam. So right now, Def Jam is kind of cold. So Rick Ross said, peace out. Okay? Now, there was a bidding war going on behind the scenes, and obviously, Rick Ross chose probably who paid him more, which probably is Epic Records, all right? Now, they actually posted a tweet, and they said, hey, welcome Ricky Rose to the Epic Records family. And, yeah, he's over there now, and you could imagine. And by the way, if you're wondering about MMG is not Rick Ross' solo career. This is Rick Ross' solo deal, right? MMG is still a imprint. It's basically a record label, which is signed to Warner. So that's not even under the same umbrella as Epic Records. Okay, so for now, Rick Ross is going to be enjoying everything to do with Epic Records, but you got to imagine, man, why the fuck would he still sign to a label? I'm kind of confused. I get it. He probably doesn't want to expend so many resources still trying to push his music at this point. He probably want to focus like on other things outside music, other business ventures. If you don't know, he's probably making more money from Wingstop and other investments than he's making from music at this point, right? So maybe he's trying to focus on that, because back in the day, like around 2008 when he was going through with 50 Cent, he was doing a lot of stuff on his own. Not even Def Jam was Def Jam was supporting him, but he was doing primarily most of the things on his own. He was shooting videos, he was dropping a lot of tapes, putting a lot of music out, he was doing a lot of promotion, selflessly promoting all the shit, and that was his own doing. So after he gets out of a deal for 8 years, you would say, well, why go back into a deal with another label? But you could imagine he's probably trying to branch out, spread his wings, probably entrust his new music in the hands of somebody else, even though I think he did 60,000 on his last tape or his last album, Black Market. I think he could do that without a label. But as I said, when you sign to a label, they're supposed to be your bitch until you get out of it. They're supposed to do what you want to do. And if it works and you sell good, you're happy. If it doesn't and you flop, you're mad. So we'll see when he puts out his next project, right? That's when we'll find out. So, Jackie Dumpson in the comment box. What you guys like? What do you think about Ricky Rose? He has signed to Epic Records, and you could tell right now a lot of people are moving toward Epic Records. As I said, I could go down the list, and there's a lot of people who you see are trying to make moves now, right? Of course, Bobby Shmurda was one of the first people that jumped on Epic Records. We have Future on there, and actually not one of the first, but one of the notable hot people who signed like in the last couple of years. And then we had Puffy, we have Travis Scott over there, and Yo Gotti's even over there. So there's a lot of people over there. Okay, get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe.